Right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Thai Talk with Dan. Now, here in Thailand, when you see a happy man with his Thai girlfriend in a restaurant or a bar or a coffee shop, you know that that guy's smiling and happy because he's either in a brand new relationship or he doesn't live here in Thailand. And most expats know and they're aware of this. And if that person decides to live with his girlfriend and move here to Thailand, you will find him in the restaurant, the bar or the coffee shop 6 months down the line with that smile off his face. A lot of guys think that their Thai girlfriend is different at the beginning, and some guys cotton on quite fast that they're not different, that it is a monetary game, it is a transactional relationship. But there's a lot of guys, it takes them years to finally work this out. Now, we've got a story from a newbie that's come to Thailand to do some Muay Thai training. He's a young and fit guy, and he's thinking that his girl will be different because he's young and fit. But this is Thailand. So stick the kettle on, grab a beer, and let's jump into today's Thailand story. Hi Dan. A little over 2 years ago, I started listening to the stories on your YouTube channel. And even though I thought that I was prepared, that my situation was different from most of the men who testify, I thought my relationship with Thai women would be different too. I was completely wrong. So I would like to share what happened to me over the past 6 months in Thailand. So, my name is Flojul. I'm 32 and I'm from Spain. I didn't go to Thailand to meet a girl or to party. I went there to improve in Muay Thai. I don't have the means to live the rich life in Pattaya. And I don't lie to the people that I meet. I'm the kind of person who eats a lot of meals at 7-Eleven or just eats whatever the training camp provides. My coach in Spain recommended a training camp in Prachuap Khiri near Hua Hin because it fit my budget. It was international and the level was good for 30% of the price of the camps in Phuket. Naively, I thought that since I wasn't in a big city or in Isan, the stories I hear on the channel would not happen to me. So after 2 months of training and living a disciplined life like a monk, a training partner suggested we spend 10 days in Hua Hin to get back to civilization and have a bit of fun. Why not? You can't say you really know a country if you only stay in the countryside. So, in the guest house where we were staying, the receptionist was a real beauty. She made me stutter when she checked me in, and I thought that she liked me too. Every day, I brought her an iced Nespresso from 7-Eleven because I noticed we drank the same thing in the morning. After a few days, I finally found the courage to ask for her WhatsApp contact, risking things being awkward every time I saw her if she said no. Now, she told me that she didn't want to date hotel guests, but that if I got a room somewhere else, we could see each other. So my booking was ending 2 days later, so I did it, and I feel really stupid about what happened next.
Stupid is, stupid does, Mrs. Blue.
I guess.
So I stayed in Hua Hin and found another boxing gym, which was way too expensive for my budget. But I was really attracted to her and found her interesting because she had already travelled outside Asia, which was a red flag, and I should have realised it. Now, she ended up asking me for 1,500 baht per day to take a week off work, saying she had never done that with any Farang before.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit?
I suspected it was a lie, but after all, it wasn't that much to be able to stay with her. Even though I had always told her I wasn't rich, and that amount was almost half my daily budget. So I completely stopped training so I could be with her, and she would say things like, "Money does not matter if you have Jai Di," which means good heart. Now, during that week, everything was fine when it was just the two of us, but there were always unexpected issues. A friend who needed help, her brother-in-law who had an accident, etc. I can accept that some people are unlucky, but one problem per day is statistically impossible. Oh, and something that I didn't mention is that she is from Buriram. So, at the end of the week, she told me to go back to Prachuap because she had to visit her family. And I had watched too many videos on this channel and others to not have doubts. When I'm in Spain, I'm used to trolling on political pages, so I have quite a few anonymous accounts with a lot of followers. I started adding her Instagram with all my accounts to see what she was hiding from my regular account. There were no medical or family emergencies. She was by the pool of what looked like a pretty luxurious hotel, and some unknown person was taking the photo. I had spent enough time with her and her Thai friends to know that wasn't the kind of place they usually hung out. I'm not stupid, even if I have modest means. So I did what most of you recommend. I immediately blocked her contact without even explaining anything to her. It was a really bad first experience, so I decided to focus on boxing again, even though I still missed the image I had of her a little. But I had to convince myself that this girl didn't exist, because objectively, she didn't. So after that, I had 2 fights, and the second one went really bad. I ended up with a fracture in my foot and quite a few injuries. I knew I wouldn't be able to fight again before my visa expired. So I chose to go to Bangkok because it was easier with my reduced mobility. I transferred money I wasn't supposed to touch because I wanted a nice, comfortable room for my recovery and a bit more cash for expenses in my last month. After a few days, the loneliness started weighing on me, and I began asking questions on Reddit about the best way to meet someone without complications. And one user recommended Thai Friendly. At first, I thought he was trolling me because 80% of the conversations were from professionals, short time, 2,000, long time, 4,000. Then a girl added me because in one of my photos I was wearing a Deftones t-shirt, and she had a photo with the same band's shirt too. She didn't ask me for anything except meals and to sleep in my hotel.
Sexy time.
It started a few days later with a tattoo. I wanted a sakyant, and so did she. Once the tattoos were done, I found myself paying for both as if it was obvious. And that's when my brain went off the rails like it does for so many men in Thailand. So I started telling myself she is different, that she was taking care of me, and above all, I had already done a little check on Instagram and found nothing suspicious. But I now know they use the same technique as trolls, multiple accounts tailored to the Farangs they're trying to scam. So I started paying with the weird thought that it was some kind of investment and that one day I'd end up living with her in Spain or Thailand. A gold necklace, screen repair for her iPhone, restaurants getting more and more expensive when at first we were just eating street food in my room.
Ring for her, bracelet for her, and necklace for her.
Physically, she also started being more distant, and I really tried to talk to her. I asked her, "Do you need more money to live?" Officially, she was a single girl with parents in Isan who worked in transportation, but I never saw her go to work the whole time that we were together. That was already a huge red flag. But the worst was 3 days before I left. She went to see her aunt, supposedly, and came back with a bouquet of flowers that she claimed she had bought for me.
I smell bullshit.
I really should have done the same as with the first girl, but I was already really attached to her, so I let it slide for my last 3 days, ignoring all those weird moments. Back in my country, luckily, I'm not alone, and I have friends who are big consumers of women around the world, what English speakers call passport bros. One of my friends made it his mission to get to the bottom of things when he saw me in love with a girl like that. Without telling me, he launched an investigation, found her 2 other Instagrams and her TikTok. It's funny because I often hear men testify that it's even worse than the worst that they had imagined, and that was my case too. I kept talking to her on the Line app every day, and honestly, I don't know how she managed to handle me, her Norwegian fiance, her boyfriend in Australia, and the Italian who had given her the flowers that she gave to me. And on top of that, she's a single mum, even though she had repeatedly told me that she did not have children. I was really stunned by the money that I had spent on her. I'm not a man 20 years older. I'm in good shape, and I thought that would protect me at least a bit. And now for the cherry on top. 2 days after discovering all this and ghosting her, she calls me saying she has a medical emergency and needs 25,000 baht for her father's treatment, or he might die.
Damn!
Now, what she didn't know is that my friend had already talked to the Norwegian, and that money was meant to be the reserve for the trip to Norway that he had fully paid for, including the visa and all the paperwork. At that moment, I think the fighter in me took over again. You want to play? Let's play. So with one of my troll accounts, I added my 3 roommates, the other guys with the girlfriend, and dumped everything. Screenshots, dated messages, and even a photo of me with the bouquet of flowers to the Italian who was with her in Thailand at that moment. So I blocked her on all my main social media accounts and watched the carnage from the grenade I had thrown from my troll account. There were lots of messages where she really portrayed herself as a victim suffering from a plot by a jealous ex, even though we were still supposed to be together. And the worst part is that she simply ghosted me without any explanation, never knowing it came from me. Probably because she was busy lying to the bigger sponsors who paid more. And now people were seeing her for who she really was. Losing face is worse than breaking the hearts of guys who care about her. Now, I don't know if I'll go back to Thailand, and if I do, it'll be 2 weeks straight in a training camp directly from the airport. I've met someone in my own country since then, and in the end, even though women aren't perfect and male-female relationships are getting difficult in Spain, I have to accept reality. I'm not Thai, I'm not rich, and those 2 things mean I'm really not interesting to the vast majority of Thai women. I love Thailand, the food, the culture, and their national sport. I think some Farangs hit the jackpot and found a good girl, but I can't play a game with a win rate that's not even 10%. I wouldn't do it in a casino or sports betting back home. Anyway, that is my story. It may not be as interesting or trashy as some I've heard, but I wanted to testify in the hope that it helps some younger guys not think they are protected just because they're dating a girl their age. Now, the people at the camp respect you, but to the women, you're nothing more than a Farang whose value is summed up by the money you can give to them. Thank you to everyone for all your testimonies. I think I avoided the worst by remembering the advice I heard in the videos. Dan, take care of yourself and your kid. Right, guys, I think that was a good story. I mean, he summed everything up perfectly. For me, this is how it mostly works. These women are interested for what you can give them. Money talks over here. Most relationships are financial. If you're getting it free, you can get it for a certain amount of time. Just like me, I can get women for free where I'm not really paying much. I might be buying them a beer or a pad krapow, yeah. But they won't jump at me for money because they know I don't like that. So I can have a non-monetized relationship because I live here for about 1 to 3 months. And then the money stuff will come. The stupid stories, the lies, the deceit. And these women will lie like crazy. They will lie to get out of problems. They will lie to generate money out of you. They will lie about who they really are in order for you to fall in love with them. You know, I've been here for longer than 9 years. 9 years, 3 months to be exact. And every single woman that I have ever met here in Thailand that's tried to date me has always lied to me. And normally when the relationship ends, I find out about all the other lies that they've lied about. It is what it is, and it's how things work here. Nowadays, most foreigners are looked at as an ATM, and they don't care about lying. They don't care about cheating. They just want to make their life better, and it doesn't matter how you feel about it. Now, there are some good women around, but they are few and far between. And remember, guys, most Thai women in Thailand are not interested in foreign men. They're interested in Thai men. So the ones that tend to move towards foreigners are the ones that have got severe issues such as debt, or they're living in poverty, or they want a really good high life. They want to be what they call over here HISO, a madame, yeah, and they will do whatever they can in order to get the money that they want for their life. And most of them don't really care about you, but they are the best actresses in the world. Now, if you've got your own Thailand story and you want to share it on the channel so everybody can know the truth about what happens to you guys when you date Thai women, then get your emails sent over to thaitalkwithdan@gmail.com and I will share them on the channel. Apart from that, guys, look after yourselves, and if you're not Mr. Richie Rich and you're not a generous man, then be careful when dating a woman in Thailand, as it will cost you a lot of money. Ciao for now and goodbye.